Booktube, and welcome to another installment of Erin's Book Club. Today I would like to do a review of Fearful Bravery by Lynn Koskowski. I really hope I said that right. Now let me tell you, I read one of her other books, The Plagues of Condor, I think is what it's called, before I read this book. And The Plagues of Condor was a good book, but it was rather immature. It was rather childishly written, but it was an enjoyable book. Unfortunately, it did not prepare me for this book. This book is raw and ugly and beautiful at the same time. It's about, let me read the back. Frida thinks she's found a safe haven when she arrives with her mother and sister in Shanghai. They are, after all, escaped Nazi Germany, or they have, after all, escaped Nazi Germany. But an easy life is nowhere to be found. Frida's mother abandons her children, forced to become an adult before her time. Frida finds strength, work, and new friends. She also joins the Junior Jewish Resistance, a small group of young people determined to show their defiance against Japanese and Nazi soldiers who are too close for comfort in their new home. A rare look at the lives of Jewish refugees in World War II Shanghai. With Fearful Bravery is an inspiring story of a young woman finding the strength to survive that she never anticipated. The book is absolutely phenomenal. It is totally unexpected. It's again, it's raw and it's angry, and it doesn't hide what war is. So many books out there make war like romanticized. Yeah, there's killing going on, but this guy's really brave, kind of thing. This was complicated. It didn't hide the bodies in the street. It didn't hide the blood. It didn't hide the gore. It took a very real look at a character who was really affected by the lack of humanity on both sides of the war. This character was extremely flawed and very judgmental when she started. A very naive character. She was young, that didn't see things in other people's point of view. And as the war progressed, the character grew, and the character learned how to see things from others' points of view, and was thrown in the same situation as the mother that abandoned them. But instead of up and leaving, she dug in, stuck harder, and fought for her family. And as the book progresses, her family increases, and she takes on people from the street. One young boy who has something wrong with him, but throughout the book that's never explained what was actually wrong with him, just that he was sickly throughout the book. In my personal view, I do think that it was leukemia or something similar. So she has him join the family, and he is the bravest character I've ever seen or ever read about in a book. He's also quite a clown. It's hard to take him seriously, and yet he's so brave and strong and wise, and it's thrown in a character that doesn't throw off that persona. Then there's another character who is a Nazi soldier who says that he loves Frida when he really doesn't. He just wants to get in her pants, kind of thing. And he's what the real brave kind of person should be, and he's actually quite a coward. Until the end of the book, where there's a twist, which I won't tell you about. There is her younger sister, who is so innocent and who seems to, as the main character got older and had to become a mother, the younger character, the sister, seems to digress into absolute babyhood, which I think for her is a protection from the horrors of the war. And then there's this street urchin that they find who is a real innocent, real good fellow, and he's the major heartbreak of the story. This is a book that I'm going to probably have to read again. Totally unexpected from the other book that I read. This is definitely where this character, or where this author's passion comes from, because it's a more mature writing. It's a more real writing. There's just so much complicity to it that I can't even know if it's a good ending or not. Like, I'm confused about how the ending is, and that's awesome. So many books out there, like, you know how I don't like to have books that all wrap up into a happy ending, and, you know, the character goes through the struggle and triumphs over the struggle, and then everything's all well and good, because real life isn't like that, and sometimes you need to know what real life is. This gets it. This book gets what real life is. This book gets that it's not all fun and games. It's hell, and the war was not a a romantic struggle. It was ugly, it was real, and it wasn't something that should be made light of. And this author gets it. Because of this book alone, I want to read more of her books. Not because The Plague of Condor, which, again, good book, but got nothing on this. In fact, I'm so glad I started with that book, because if I started with this book and then went to Plague of Condor, I would be bitterly disappointed. So, all you guys out there, if you want like a super quick read to cleanse your palates over 2 hard reads, or something just to get your confidence back up or whatever, with Fearful Bravery, very quick read, very, very good book, very real book. That's all I gotta say about it. Thanks so much for listening, guys. Have a great day.